always enjoy meeting together on Tuesdays and working through some mindful movements inspired by the Pilates method. So much importance really to the focus of a balanced body, feeling open, feeling limber, but also feeling strong. So a lot of the premise of the Pilates workout is to ensure that not only do we work the core, the front part of the body, we also work the back. We release the shoulders, but then we strengthen the back of the shoulders in order to maintain that shape or position. So we've got a roadmap for today. It starts with breath. Breathing is the foundation of everything that we do. And if we tune into that breath, we will strengthen our deep core. As we tune into that breath, we'll also develop better focus. And I know how hard it is during this quarantine time to maintain our focus, but we'll give it our best try here. This will be a class of segments of certain particular exercises that you can group together and go back and say, I just want to work my back, I just want to work my glutes or my core, and you can refer to those portions as well. So we'll work towards a very balanced experience for you. Place the hands on your ribs. We call it lateral breathing when we expand into the side bodies. We're going to take a nice deep breath through the nose, and in Pilates we exhale through the mouth. So try it one time. Take a nice deep breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more time. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that's a breath you can refer to anytime during the day. I hope you noticed on that exhale, it really draws the navel to the backbone, which Joseph Pilates called wringing out the air. Take out one arm, lift it up, and just stretch it back behind you. Turn and look to that hand. Good. Return that same arm back out in front. Let's do that same side again. I'm using my opposite hand for a little leverage, kind of pressing that knee in towards it. So my rotation is shoulder and rib cage rather than the pelvis. We want to stay stable through the foundation. One more time there. Lift the arm up, carry it back behind you, look to that hand. Awesome. And then return it back to your start. Same thing, opposite side. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, carry back behind. Inhale, pick it up. And exhale, return. And again, inhale. As you lift the arm, think of lifting your spine. There's no reason to be slumped or collapsed in the spine. Be tall, lifted, extended. One more time. Inhale and exhale behind. Inhale to lift and exhale, return. Good. Now both arms. Sweep both arms up and behind you. Let them plant like kickstands and lean back into them a bit. Roll your shoulders back, little softness in the elbows. Squeeze the arm bones towards each other. Lift your heart a bit. So you're just picking up your chest, gazing towards the horizon, creating some extension in that back body. Great. And then release from there. One more time. This time just take the arms behind you. Just little spider fingers. Roll your shoulder blades back and start picking up the heart, picking up the chest, picking up the gaze. Create extension through that upper back. And release. Good. All right. Right arm. You're going to take it, or left. We're going to do both. Take the hand behind your head. So you're right at the nape of the neck. Your left hand, opposite hand, is going to take hold of your elbow, just for a basic tricep stretch. From this place, side bend to the left. Inhale, pick it back up. Let's do that one more time. See if you can gently press your head back into your hands, like your head can nestle itself near your forearm, tricep. Great. And then bring it back in. Relax the hands, give them a little shake. Opposite arm, it reaches up near the nape of your neck. provides a little additional overstretch. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head, and like you're between a narrow hallway, side bend there. Inhale back up. One more time, feel your lift, side bend. And return back to your start. Awesome. Switch the cross of your legs. Okay, so we always want to make sure when we talk about balancing our body that we're not focused so much on that dominant side leading us through all the movement patterns. So chances are you've got the opposite leg in front of you now. Take the arms wide. Let's see our rotation. Inhale tall. As you exhale to the windows, rotating. Blow the air out. Yep. Inhale back to your center. Exhale, keep the lower body stable, and just start to notice, where is your frame of reference? How far do you just naturally rotate? Inhale back to the center. One more time, hips stay level. We rotate through that waistband rib cage. Good. Inhale back to the center, and then rotate, stay lifted to the opposite side. Maybe one side feels more than the other. That's a good thing to tune into. Know your body, and it might be that you need to do a couple of extra repetitions on one side or the other. Let's move on now. Hands and knees. Hands under our shoulders, knees under the hips. Have your knees about hip width apart. Tummy vacuums. On the inhale, natural mechanics, your belly hangs out. On the exhale, there's the natural lifting of the abdominals. We're going to exaggerate a little bit. So draw the belly in, but don't round your back. Awesome. Inhale, let the belly relax. And exhale, draw the abdominals in and up, creating a nice flat surface, front belly to backbone. Inhale, let the belly relax. One more time. Exhale, draw the abdominals in. One hand, take it to the diagonal. Doesn't matter which. So spider fingers, go back to that breath. Inhale, let the belly hang. Exhale, draw the abdominals in and up. Feel your shoulders down your back. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, draw the abdominals in and up. Good. Let's try that with the opposite diagonal. So this just puts a little bit more emphasis into those obliques. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, lift in. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale like you're drawing up a zipper. That's it. Draw in and up. Bringing the hand in, opposite arm, just extend it straight out in front. Feel your balance, feel your stability. Take the opposite leg back behind you, energetically reaching fingers from toes. Just circle your front arm. Circle the arm a few times in one direction. Can you maintain spine stability? Reverse the circles. Gently drive through that opposite arm and feel like an arrow head to tail. Now pause there. How about your back leg? Can you circle the back leg? Small circles, still maintaining a level pelvis, right? And then reverse that circle. And if you're feeling frisky, you can do both at the same time. It's not going to necessarily be the same direction, but challenging your brain a little bit, and then reverse that circle. Good. Awesome. And bring it back in. Opposite side. So one arm extends out, opposite leg reaches. Feel your diagonal between that shoulder and hip of the extended leg, and begin building. So there's always layers to core training. And the first layer here is just that stimulus of the extremity moving. Reverse your circle there with the arm. Kind of exploring how level does your body feel on this side. Pause there. Your leg from your hip. Make some hip circles. What range challenges your core to find stability? And reverse those circles from the hip again. Keep drawing your ribs in. It's easy to fall into the low back. And then add circles, however feels available to you. And reverse it. So just kind of organic in nature. Great. Rest that arm and leg down. So wrists get tired. Take a little pause, pressing back into a child's pose. But at the same time, I want you to focus on a big deep breath. I want you to feel your rib cage expand here. As I look at Auburn as she breathes in, I just want to see, there it is, that expansion of her intercostal muscles that over the long term will help her to be less stiff and enable better rotation and side bending just from freeing up kind of the muscles aligning the rib cage. Super. Bring yourself back up. Inhaling here in the center, going to a cat curl. Exhale, curl your spine. Inhale, find extension. Pull your heart between your hands, lengthen your tailbone. Do that again. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Exhale, lift the belly, lift the ribs, head hangs heavy. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more times. Use that breath. That breath will supercharge your core. It'll help you get rid of extraneous thoughts, bring your focus to the here and now, providing a feeling of embodiment, being very aware of your body's natural mechanics and movements. Here in a nice, stable position, drawing the belly in, let's experiment with our plank. So elbow creases forward. Take one foot behind you and take the opposite foot behind you. Breathe here. You can always keep this on your knees. And then a gentle rocking. We're just going to draw our body slightly forward and rock back through our heels. Draw yourself forward and rock back. Feel your triceps pull you forward, like you're resisting on the mat, creating greater tension for your core. One more time here. Draw it forward and back, and then rest it back down. Good. Turn your palms over. Let's just take a little stretch here. Palms up. Good. And one more little sequence we're going to try here in 4-point is a bit of a bear walk and a little bit of knee stretches. So we start with our hands under the shoulders. Curl your toes under. Float your belly to float your knees. So you feel the abdominals drawing in. Good idea. And then it's opposite arm to opposite foot. So we start to walk forward. Doesn't have to be far. Just kind of practice with it. Find a few new sequences. And then when you're ready, take a reverse walk. Reverse. Reverse. Keep the abdominals in. One more set. Walking forward. Walking forward. Belly in. Great work. Press it back. Feel the diagonal. Nice. And take it down. Good. Bring the arms back behind you. Give yourself a nice little stretch, which is where we're going to next. Some hip and shoulder flexibility. So from a kneeling position, bring one foot out in front. We're here at a 90-90 lunge. Place the hands on that front thigh and take a gentle rocking forward and back. So just gliding. Get back to your breath. Maybe that 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Good. And then if it's available to you, bring the arms out in front. Moving forward and back. Plug your shoulders gently into their socket so you're strong and wide in the back body. Good. Last time here, we're going to hold the forward. Hold that lunge forward. Lift the arms up. Take the spine and the gaze with it and circle them around and return back to your 90-90. Lunge forward. Lift. Stay lunging forward until that last moment when we return to start. Good. Lunge. Lift. Lift the heart. Lift the spine. Circle. Return. Good. Last time here. Lunge. Feel extension. Keep picking up. We're going to bring our arms behind us, and if it's available to you, clasp them. Yeah. Reach the fingers down your back. Draw the belly in. That's our muscle sandwich. As we draw the abdominals in, the kneeling glute is working here a bit in hip extension. The belly's pulling in, and we get a better hip stretch and shoulder opener. Very nice. Good. Release the hands. Bring them down by your front foot. Just taking a little half split. Gently rock back and rock forward. So some dynamic movement here. We could do this in standing. I'll show you what it looks like. You have the option. It's like pyramid pose in yoga, rocking back and rocking forward. Yeah, so knee down is fine. Or if you want to work a little bit more into that hamstring, You can play with that and bring it back down. Great. All right. Front foot comes back. Let's reverse. Opposite foot in front, hands on your thighs, and just grease up those hips a little bit with some nice sliding and gliding forward and back. Envision your spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Is it moving in a single line, or do you feel fragmented? Try to use your core to keep everything stable, and just let the hips move forward. Good. Arms can come out in front, adding some layers to our movement. Good. Inhale front, hold that, and then exhale, sweep the arms around. Inhale back to your start. Good. And sweep. And circle. So rather than just thinking of lifting your arms, think of picking up your side bodies, and all of a sudden it's a lot less work for the shoulders. So lengthen the sides of the body and allow the arms to just levitate. One more time. We hinge, we lift, Karen behind us, hands clasped behind you, and just find that nice heart opener, heart lifted, shoulders open, breathing there. Good. And then we'll replace the hands to that front foot, our moving half splits. Lead from the sitting bone drawing back, and consider how straight you can keep your spine. It's not going to be completely flat, but as I drop back, I'm aiming my heart forward, so there's this opposition of pulling forward even as I hinge back. Good. Always have the option here of more dropping back between the feet. Feels kind of good wherever you're at. Great. And then returning back down. Super. Bring that foot back behind you. Just find your cat curl, kind of level things out. And we'll move to our next segment, which takes us to some abdominal work. So on our back, draw the knees into your chest. Have your hands on top of the knees. Inhale, move the knees away just until your elbows are straight. And then exhale, draw the knees back in. Think of lengthening your tailbone. Inhale, reach the knees away. Exhale, draw the knees in, but try not to tuck your behind. Keep your spine lengthening long. Inhale away. Exhale, belly ribs sink. Good. Last time here. Inhale, knees carry away. Exhale, draw them into about 90. Press your hands on your shins, on your knees. Now I want you to try a little reverse curl. So I'm going to gently, now I am going into a bit of a tuck of the backside. I'm curling, belly sinking, tailbone gently curling. At the same time, I'm resisting, hands into shins. A lot of our more advanced Pilates exercises initiate rolling over. However, we don't want to roll over by just throwing our legs. We want to try to initiate from that low belly core. Okay. So second set here, cross your right ankle over your left. Extend the legs up to the sky if that's available. Press the arms down. Same idea. Little lift. Little lift. Here we go. For 8. Lift 7. Lift 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Switch the cross. Opposite leg. Lengthen and lift. Almost as if you're distracting your hips out of the hip joints. You're curling and you're lifting. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So hopefully that's established your powerhouse, your internal space, so to speak. Single leg stretch. This is your abdominal series. Curl the head and shoulders up. Both hands on that right shin. Reach the left leg out long and away from you. Right. So we're hugging in and we're lengthening out. Keep lengthening through that whole side. Switch, pause here, establish the position, elbows wide, belly down. Good, let's flow with it here. Inhale for 2, and exhale for 2. Inhale for 2, and exhale for 2. One more set, in for 2, and out with the air. Take a little rest. Second one, double leg stretch. Curl the head and shoulders up. Inhale exhale it in. Inhale, reach, exhale. Try to keep looking near your belly. So we're not going eyes to the ceiling. That puts a lot of strain on the neck. Use your core to keep that upper body curl. 2 more. Stretch your body and pull it in. And stretch, pull in, take a little rest. Okay, third one. I'm going to give you a modification for single straight leg stretch. Take your hands under your backside, under those back pockets. Now deepen your belly. So by doing this, we've given ourselves that little posterior tilt. You don't always have to go into a posterior tilt, but for some of us, it's going to feel better. Take both legs up to the ceiling, especially for this number, right? Taking both legs straight up with tight hamstrings can be some work. Sink the belly. Keep one leg drawn towards your face. Reach the opposite leg away. Use your powerhouse to pull that leg in closer towards your face. Good. And then switch. And switch for 6. Reach 5. Stretch 4. 3. You can stay here, or the second level, we curl up. Curl up. Hands behind calf. That's great. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody rest. Okay. Fourth one, crisscross. Hands go behind our head and neck. Gives us some nice support here. Curl the upper body, knees are into your chest. This is like the bicycle. One knee pulls in, opposite leg reaches away. You rotate to the knee that's in. So rotate to that side. And then switch. We twist. And we exhale. This is where you wring the air out. Here's 6, 5. Take your gaze towards your back elbow. You'll get more oblique work. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest it back down. Okay, last one. Double leg lower. Or the lower lift. I kind of did those out of order. I just reversed them. All right. Legs extend up. Upper body curls. Actively reach your elbows so wide through your shoulder blades. Inhale, lower a few inches. Exhale, pull them in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Good. 4 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Lengthen. And draw from your core. Here's 2. And lift. Good. And 1. Pull in. Little rest. Take your feet to the outer edges of the mat. And just gently unwind here. So good news. We're going to do that one more time. This time, a little modification. Rather than pulling the knee in close to your chest on single leg, I want you to stop at 90. This is going to change how we utilize the low belly muscles. A little less of this bending into the hip flexion, and instead generating a little bit more belt line, low belly work. So let's try single leg stretch. Curl your upper body. Place both hands as a stop sign against your right thigh. Reach your left leg long. Already, do you feel that work of trying to press in and press away at the same time? And then switch. Press, press away. Good. Here we go. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. It's kind of teasing your abdominals a bit. All right, double leg stretch. Same thing. Curl your upper body up. Put your hands in front of your knees, just at 90 degrees. Inhale, reach. Exhale, just to 90. Inhale, reach. Exhale to 90. For 3, and in. For 2, and in. Here's 1, and in. Rest it down. A little embellishment for our single straight leg stretch. Take your hands back under your hips. So we'll work this from a more basic level first. One leg in, opposite leg away. Okay, rather than just scissoring, bring both legs up to 90, and then opposite leg reaches away. Both legs to 90, opposite leg. Now make sure you're really stretching here. Be very deliberate in reaching and pressing, belly down, and lift. Good. One more time. Stretch away, find center. Stretch away, find center. Good. All right. Crisscross. Hands behind idea. Find that 90. So as you rotate towards the knee, don't let it come into your chest. Pause it at 90 degrees. Good. Opposite side. Pause it at 90. Good. Opposite leg upper could be a touch higher. And then just keep working that upper body curl. Upper body curl 4. Upper body curl 3. We twist 2 and twist 1 and take a rest. All right, so the last one of those 5, lower lift. Trying to think if I had an embellishment for that. Probably did, but regardless, it's all good. Hands behind your head, curl your upper body up. Take those legs up towards the sky. I know what it was. Little heel beats. Open, close. Start to lower those legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift them up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last set here. Welcome to rest your head and shoulders down. Still working core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray. Rock and roll yourself up to sitting. A little bit of song, so we're going to have an interlude here, a little pause before we go to our glutes. So bridging will come next, but let's unwind here a little bit. So sit tall, inhale as we exhale. I'm going to rotate to you out there in Facebook world. Turn the back palm down, start to reach forward, 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 as if you're sawing off your pinky toe. Now a little variation here. Staying rotated, pick yourself back up. Backhand into the earth, gently bend into that elbow a bit and extend. Return back towards your start, square up, we'll go opposite. We twist, we reach, 2, 3, roll it up, backhand down, and lift the breastbone a bit. Lift the chest, get some extension, return it up. Good, find center. We'll speed it up just a little bit. Twist and reach for 3, 2, 1. Pick it up, bend and lift the heart. Return back to your center. Twist opposite. Reach, reach, reach. Roll it up, backhand behind you. Use it as a kickstand, getting a little bit upper thoracic extension. Back to your start. Last time, bend those knees if you need to feel like you're right on top of your sitting bones. Reach. And then draw it in, backhand down, lift the heart. Return to center, twist at the waistband, press, stretch forward. Roll it up at the diagonal, backhand supports you. Find a little arch. And then come back center. Good work. All right, bridging. So roll yourself down. Good control, rolling your body down. Heels lining up with your sitting bones. If during some of these single leg variations you need to bring the feet close together, perfectly fine. A good place to start, however, is just here at hip width. Start to curl your tailbone, roll your spine up. As you do this, friends, carry the arms back behind you. So let the arms reach behind you, opposite those toes. Use your buns to open the front of the hips. Feel your big toe joint into the earth. Gradually lower your spine down. As you lower your spine down, bring the arms back up overhead, and then just take an upper body curl. Your head, your collarbones, your shoulders. Good. Lower yourself back down. As you lower down, start to curl your tailbone. Pick your backside up. Reaching the fingers back behind you. Feel that nice lateral length from your wrists through your ankles. Lower yourself back down. Softly drop each vertebra. Hands reach up and we find that upper body curl. Great. Last time here, curl your tailbone. Start to pick yourself up level. Hands reach back behind you. Adjust those heels if you need to as well. One rule of thumb when working our glutes, if we get too far out, it tends to transfer into our hamstrings. So you want to have those heels under your knees. Not so close that you're overarching into your back, but just that more neutral position. Bring the arms back down to your sides. Okay, so I'm staying up in my bridge. Right knee, bring it tabletop. Left hip is the driver. Keep pressing up. Extend that right leg to the sky. Here's some kicks. Inhale, lower. Exhale, Inhale down, exhale for 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, 1. Replace your right foot. Left knee, find tabletop. Maybe this is where you want to stay. That's fine. Otherwise, drive for the right foot to extend your left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up 3. In and out for 2. In, out 1. Replace that foot. Lower yourself back down. Momentary pause. Second set, similar but different. Imagine you're at the beach. You're going to make a journey. In fact, let's try it one time with our hips down. Slide your right toe out. Slide it out. From there, lift it up. Lower down for 1. Lift it up. Lower down. We'll pause on 2 and then drag that leg back in. Opposite side. Drag it out. Make a tunnel in the sand with that foot. Then extend it up for 2. Reach 1. Extend up 1. Reach. And drag it back in. So that's where you stay if you don't want to do the bridge. Otherwise, lift your hips. Start with your right leg. Just slide it out. Slide it out. Keep drawing your belly in. Then kick up for 2. Kick up 1. Bring it down to the earth. Glide it back in. Left leg, slide it in the sand. Slide it out. Lift it up. Lift it up. Replace it. Drag it back in. One more time. Slide it out. Lift 2. Lift 1. Replace. Pull it in. Left leg. Slide it out. Don't let the hips drop. Lift. Lower. Lift. Replace. Pull it back in. Lower your spine. Down. Cross your right ankle over your left. Nice figure 4 stretch here. Right hand, press it into your thigh. If this feels comfortable to you, let's add a bridge here. So simply lift your hips. You could bring the arms down to the earth or elbows into the earth is kind of nice. Lower down for 5. Lift, lower for 4. Get that squeeze at the bikini line. Really cue in those glutes to target them. A little squeeze to lift. One more time, and lift. Replace. Opposite side. Good. So ankle over knee. Maybe a little stretch of your hand into the thigh. Draw the abdominals in and up. That's going to help you lift level. Draw the elbows into the earth. Pick up your hips, but try not to overly distend the belly. Okay, so the lift comes from your glutes, not from your back. Up and down for 5. And 4. Nice stable spine. So now we're just lifting as a whole, rather than rolling the spine up and down. Here's 2. Lift 1. Glutes are so important. Unfold. Hug your knees in. Stir the soup. Thigh bones gently stirring in one direction. And reverse. So we've worked the abdominal corset. We've worked the glutes. Now let's do a little bit for the back. Come on up. Stretch out on your belly. This is a great position, one that as adults, we don't go here a lot, and it's actually really important to the balance of our body and not getting too tight in the front of the hips. So even if you're watching Netflix, off the couch onto the ground and work from here. Let's start with the legs about hip width apart. Rest your forehead down to your hands. Really going back to the basics here. It's similar to what we did on our back. Inhale for nothing, and as you exhale, I want you to feel like you pick up your belly and that the hips press a little bit more into the earth, and then relax. Inhale for nothing. Exhale, feel the belly lift. If you had a Matchbox car, it might be able to go underneath you. That's it. And release. 3 more. As you exhale, gently draw the abdominals in. And then return. Exhale, as you draw the belly in, it helps to stabilize here in the low back. And it changes the position of that lumbar curve ever so slightly. Good. Now feel the lifting of the abdominals. With the head resting, just lift one leg. It's not going to be a high lift. Go a long reach. Lower it down with those abdominals gently in. Opposite leg lifts. And down. Opposite leg lifts. And lowers. Shoulders away from your ears. Feel the strength in your mid-back. Start to reach your arms out. We can hold hands out in front. And add a little opposite arm to foot, arm to leg. So now we're in a more diagonal pattern here. Still feeling the hip bones on the mat. I haven't lifted so high that I'm rotating or twisting. Keep pulling your breastbone forward, and perhaps you come up a little higher and start to narrow up your legs if that's comfortable for you. I'll tell you, a lot of people feel compression with the legs really narrow, so that's an option, but you can go wider in that V. Once you pull your heart forward, can you go more into a full swimming here? So a little flutter kick for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it back down. Take a little stretch. Hips bent over your heels, relieving your body of any tension from that extension. And let's do a hip stretch. So back to prone, back to our belly. Narrow up the legs, just hips in line with knees. And then bend one knee in towards your backside. Use your hamstring strength there. See how much. And you can see, and I'm probably doing it as well, piking at the hip. We want to try to keep the front of the hip long and extended as we strengthen the hamstring. So just kind of be aware of that square frame of the pelvis as you draw the heel in, and maybe you can take hold of it with the hand. You might have to, yeah, that's it. Now once you have hold of it, notice if your knee's out to the side. If it is, bring it in more in line with your body. Press your foot into your hand and then draw it back in, as if you're trying to straighten your knee. Press and release. One more time, as if you're trying to stretch out of your grasp and release. Rest it down. Good. Opposite side. Autumn's going to get tired of me yelling. I'm so glad she would join me for this. Now, same idea. Draw the belly in, create that little mouse house space. See that your pelvis is heavy into the earth, and then start to draw the heel into your backside. When it's available to you, if you can, take hold of it, and then some active contract release. You're going to press that foot into your hand, and then release it. And gently press. The thigh might float up a little bit. That's okay. You can float the thigh, but you still feel the hip into the earth and release. And where this eventually goes is more of that rocking of pressing and lifting, getting the chest to open, shoulders open. Always an option later on. Release from there. Take a stretch back. Lift your belly deep and stretch back. So we have one more segment, and those are our side kicks. I think we're only going to do 2 side kicks today. I did a wonderful international Pilates class on Saturday for International Pilates Day. We had an instructor from Italy. She was probably about 75 years old. Amazing. One from England. And they all had some variation. So the wonderful instructor from Italy helped us a little bit here in the side kicks. Start with your body square, long at the back edge of your mat. Elbow open, shoulder open. More than welcome, if your neck bothers you, to rest your ear to your arm. Not a problem. From there, lengthen and float both legs. I don't want a huge lift. I just want to feel like you're reaching so far out of these side bodies that the legs levitate and they lower. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a huge effort. Lengthen and float. Good. 2 more times there. Lengthen and float. Can you feel your side bodies picking up? So you haven't fallen down to lift up. You're picking everything up. Rest them down, and then bring your bottom leg just slightly forward. Keep your top leg more in line with your body. From there, take your top hand behind your head. Okay? So our starting position for your top leg is already floating. From that float position, lift it up a couple inches. As you lower, lift the top arm. So we bend the elbow to lift the leg. We straighten the elbow to lower the leg. Coming into a sense of balance on our side. Not to mention, it's just good for the brain to have a little bit different choreography. One more time. So this is frontal plane up and down. Front hand out in front. That's it. As your leg reaches back, the arms reaching forward, draw your belly back, bit of a tug of war. And then as the leg kicks forward, your top hand slides back like it's on a table. Good. Continue that. And reach, press. Let's find our breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more set. Inhale. And exhale. Returning back home, take your top hand in front of you. Now it provides a little balance. Top leg, again, hip height, but this time rotate hip, knee, toe. A little bit of glute action. Draw the belly in. Kick front for 2 and stretch back for 1. Good. And inhale. A beautiful dynamic movement to really limber up the hamstrings and at the same time find your core stability. We don't want to be rocking to and fro in the upper half. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Return the leg home. Maintain that hip, knee, toe, turn out. We're tossing up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. We can flex and point. For 5. Here's 4. Lift 3. 4, 2, 1. And reach the leg long. Good. Just sit up. Let's go to the opposite side. Beginning aligning back edge of the mat. Good. So from this position, find that double leg lift. The legs are the expression of the energy in the center of your body. So rather than thinking of picking up your legs, think of lengthening the side of the body, energizing it so much that the legs have to pick up. Hold that lift. Rest them back down. Top leg slightly in front of the bottom leg. Top hand behind your head here. The leg lifts, and then the arm extends as the leg lowers. Inhale and exhale. Keep reaching for 3. Lift, lower 2. Lift, lower 1. Second set, arm reaches out in front, but plug the shoulder in. Lengthen through the crown of the head. The leg reaches back as the arm reaches forward. Awesome. And then reverse that. Reach and stretch and lengthen. 2 more here. Inhale and out and in and out. Return those legs home. So now both legs are parallel, slightly in front of the hips. Top leg's going to rotate hip, knee, toe. Lift it up hip height. This is side kicks front and back. Inhale front and exhale stretch. Inhale kick, exhale lengthen. Here's 3 and stretch for 2 and reach for 1 and stretch. Return the leg home, rotate hip, knee, toe. Lifts and lowers. Inhale it up and exhale press. You may point and flex or any kind of choreography that works for your foot and ankle. 2 more. We lift and lower. Here's lift and lower. Great job. Bend the knees. Let's finish up with mermaid. So a little bit of a restorative stretch. Your choice. You may stack your hips and knees and try to bring your body as much as midline as you can find, or you can go to a Z-sit. Okay? Your choice. I'm going to try to stack my hips and knees. We begin with a pitching forward. So curl your belly back, reach forward, and then go to a side diagonal. Tap the crown of your head and extend your elbow 3. So this is getting into those lats, just adding a degree of lengthening one more time. Stretch and extend. Float yourself down to the opposite side and give yourself a little counter stretch. That's it. Think of picking up your waistband, shoulders away from ears, and then bring it up. We'll switch sides. Opposite hip, ankle, knees, hips stacked. Opposite arm lifted by your ear. Belly pulling back. That's so important to get that gentle curl so that when you stretch forward, the back body, that lumbar, feels like it's getting a little stretch, a little expansion. And then side bend, hand taps the top of the head and extends 3. We tap, Extend 2, tap, lengthen, float up and over, a little side stretch. And bring it back up. Nice work. Take those hands behind you, kind of finishing as we started, reaching the knuckles down, lengthening the crown of the head up, spinning those shoulders open. And then rest the hands and just close your eyes for a moment. Go back to that breath of breathing in and deeply exhaling. And just take note, your mind, your body, your spirit, how you feel in this moment after 40, 45 minutes of some balanced exercise. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to your body. I hope you're doing well. Won't be long. We'll be together again. So have a great afternoon.